Dear friends, welcome to another video of Fathoming Mind. In today's video, we are going to discuss about God concept as God as unmoved mover. So, is it possible for God to be an unmoved mover? So, often people think, especially the believers, the people who are very religious also, and the people who believe in God, they think that with the God has created this world, God has created the human beings, God has created all these things. So, it depends upon a person's belief system. Okay, if a person is a firm believer of God, he believes that he is created by God and the entire universe is created by God. So what is this concept of God? Looking into the concept of God proposed by Aristotle, when we look into the philosophy of Aristotle, we can see that God is an unmoved mover. So often people say that if there is a God, why the God is not presenting himself or herself in front of us? Why that is happening? So if he, since he has all this power, all the supernatural power to create man and the entire universe, why can't he come in front of us? So these kind of questions are always there. Here the Aristotle explains that the God is the unmoved mover. Why he says that God is the unmoved mover? For that he uses the example of a picture. So when we look at a picture, maybe a picture of a sea or the picture of a man or any other type of beautiful picture, okay, so we just admire the beauty of this picture and look at that picture and remain there like that, ecstatic for at least for some time. So here the picture itself cannot move by itself, but it attracts, it is able to attract the human being. So the another example is that we know that the cars and the buses, they are running very fast, and if we want to reach in a place in a particular time, we take the help of a bus, or we take the help of the car, or we take the help of the bicycle. So that way we are traveling and reaching a place. So we know that these all vehicles are moving. Okay, these vehicles are moving, but what make these vehicles movement possible? So we know that if without a road, it is not possible for this vehicle to move. So the road is unmoved, but the vehicles are moving. So here the Aristotle brings before us the concept of unmoved mover. The unmoved mover is able to move things. It is able to cause movements, but it is not moving by itself. So there is an unmoved mover who is behind and who is doing all these things and causing the movement of all other things. So when we are moving and when we are doing so many karmas in our everyday life, there is also an unmoved mover observing. So this is an abstract concept, but we can this is a concept brought forth by some philosophers or other people like Aristotle and all. But this concept is giving some kind of insight into the God concept of people. So even if it is also a personal belief system, the concept of God is also a personal belief system. We can see in the example of in the movie Nandanam, there is a relationship between the Balamani, who is the house servant in a house, and she is every day telling all her miseries and sadness which she receives from the house to Krishna. And Krishna means a small photo of Krishna she has in front of her, and she is praying to that Krishna, or more than praying, it is a communication between these things. So when we look at this girl, who she is communicating to, so and there is no other second person there, but she thinks that there is a second person in the form of Krishna, and she is communicating into that, and Krishna is an unmoved mover, and he is not moving, but she thinks that Krishna is hearing her problems and things like that. So when we understand the concept of God, the Aristotle is giving here a new insight about the unmoved mover and who is behind all those things. Thank you, dear friends.